everyone! It's Wednesday, so it's live stream time. Let me adjust volume on the music. So I see a few of you are already in the chat. Huzzah! I always love seeing people jump in before it actually gets officially started. So the game plan was today I was going to paint the hill giant because you guys picked that guy last month. Ran into a little issue. I took him out of the box and he had a couple of raised bubbles on him. So I took a look at it and the primer is actually peeling off. So I need to strip him down. And he's not exactly a very easy one to strip down because he's got a lot of nooks and crannies. So I was like, you know what? Not happening today. Luckily, WizKids sent me their Wave 9 miniatures. And oh, are they fun! So what I'm going to do is I actually decided to take a jump into that wave. And I'm going to be doing the, I hear it so many different ways, the Bulette or the Bulette, however you want to pronounce it, Bullette. I'm painting that guy. So hello all the wonderful people. I'm seeing Jonathan, Quinian's Budget Crafts, Mac Attack, Elftheria, Quinnen, did I see already? Jonathan, Last Laugh, hello. It is wonderful to see you all there in the chat. Keep going. I am reading while I will be painting. Now, one thing that did come up on the socials is people wondered about scale. So I purposely have brought out my not mini cutting minis, but smaller cutting mat so that you can see the measurements and the scale of everything. Of course, it's a little bit wonky because normally I focus so it's, you can see the hands in the miniature when I'm painting. But this is what I've brought to the table as a joke, so to speak. So here he is. I did get him primed up. Well, I put a layer of black on him because you know how I am with my miniatures. So this gives you a sense of how long he is type of situations. Hello, Ravenwolf. Good to see you jump in. So we're looking at about, generous 1 to almost 3, looks like, when you go from tip of the nose to tip of the tail. Good morning. Thank you, Nicholas. Hello, how are you? So this is the figure itself. Now, I like what WizKids has done with this. They have it so he does pop out of the earth base that they have to go along with him. Really cool details. You're going to see them more as I start doing my shadow layer. That's no problem at all. It's a Bulette. See, I hear Bulette, but then I also have had others say Bulette. So my brain's like confuzzled. But thank you, Last Laugh. I think I'm going to land on Bulette. I like Bulette. It sounds a little French. We'll paint out Bulette. Francois! Named him Francois! There we go. I'm such a dork. So this is him, and then I did grab the Muse mini, so you guys get a sense of side-by-side action. So this is a standard mini next to our Bulette. Again, to give you a feeling of scale. Hello, Akile, good to see you. And then let me show you the base factor. Yeah, so we're locking on to Bulette on this one. Like I said, I didn't want to insult anyone by saying one way and ignoring the other. It's just, it happens. So this is the base. The base is pretty darn cool. They did do the clear plastic. I think this is more so you can kind of give it a dusty effect. Like everyone's like, here's your pronunciation. We're settled. It's Bulette. We're good. Francois de Bulette. Does that mean I have to do this whole thing in a French accent? Because that would get annoying quite quickly, my dears. Hello, Jan. Good to see you. So, really cool details on this, but of course with the clear plastic, a little bit hard to see. But what happens here is you have them separated and he nests right in. You can see there's these little notches. You can line them up. And then that way you can pop him into his base. Et voila. I will be gluing him in after the fact. I like that they did this because too many times there have been miniatures with fantastic details as well as their bases, but then they interrupt each other when you're trying to bring out those details and it gets a little bit more frustrating. Shoot. Last Laugh is saying, yes, the accent the whole way through. You know how I am. I'm just going to flip-flop and who knows who's going to come out of my mouth or what for that matter. So this is what he looks like completely. Has a standard little black circle base that WizKids always does, their usual. Which I do like to attach them just so you can see the date and all that loveliness. This won't go on until the very end. So let's see here. Good morning, Todd. Hello. Oh God. You all are locking into the French accent. I was being facetious. utterly facetious. I did grab a couple more of the Wave 9 minis simply because a few people in my disc, well, one particularly. Who was it? Oh, did the printer just stop? Blessings. My husband had a 3D print going and it was going. So, Anokatos, I think is the pronunciation. He's in my Discord and he was asking questions about other miniatures. So I did grab a few that I thought you'd get a kick out of seeing. But for now, we're going to start with him. I did what I always do, put that layer of black on. Now, I want to clarify with this. When I put this layer of black on, it's not that I'm getting a thick coating on it entirely. What I'm actually doing is forcing a lot of this black into the deeper nooks and crannies because that's where I want it to go. It's not that I'm trying to get a full thick coverage, which is why you'll see, you know, yeah, it does get streaky on the higher parts. So it's not that I do a very full coverage mode on this. It's more like stabby, get it into like these little creases and divots because that I find really helps lift up the details more. So yeah, I'm going to get started with Bulette because, you know, he was there, he is ready. I don't want, no, I can't do this the whole time. I can't. Oh my God, that'd be too much. So what I'm going to do is, I'm actually going to do a dual. Do I suggest black coat every time? What I've started doing is this black coat because it helps me, get the mini done a little bit faster. And Rory has found something. So if you hear scratching, that's her. I play around with it. I just find it helps create the depth. Little girl, it's playing off the concept of chiaroscuro, which was an old painting technique where you do the darker colors and layer on the lighter colors, and it gives you more of this heavier emphasis to it, so to speak, without getting too thick. So what I'm doing is a dual layer here with the shadow, what I call the shadow coat. I'm going to use the Stonewall gray as well as the khaki. You'll see where I'm putting these two colors again using my dry brush technique. Ooh, speaking of which, I forgot I threw those out. I need to get new paint brushes. Here we go. So you can just turn to my side and there they are. So you'll see what I'm going to do with this, and then I'm going to move on to putting the other colors that I want him to be on. He's not, you know, a specifically bright or colorful creature, but they do have really cool details. We have the armor plate on the top here. We have some on the underbelly. Got these massive, well, of course, claws for digging. Ooh, did I grab a color for the claws? I can handle that. We'll get there. So yeah, I'm going to get started on this. Now, because he is sort of on this base where he detaches, I am going to, I don't think he's really going to stick, but I'm going to try and stick him into my usual little pill bottle thing that I do with the tack on top. And we'll see if he stays put. If not, I am going to default and just hold him while I paint. Because, you know, it's my thing. Hello, a store boss. How are you today? All right. We shall see. Are you going to play nice and stay? My guess is going to be no. Okay. I'm holding him. I shall hold him gently. So I'm going to start with Stonewall Gray first, and then what I'm going to do is pop into the khaki, because Stonewall's going to go on the armor plates, khaki's going to go on the exposed, well, not exposed, but the hide. That's the word I'm looking for. The hide. Hide, go seek. So yeah, that's the doings. And let's talk about next week. Next week, I'm going to do the stream. The stream is going to be on Monday, being that a week from today, I'm heading over to Gen Con, y'all, because, oh my God, I'm so excited. I am so ridiculously excited. So many people I get to see and say hello to. If you're going, please make sure you stop me to say hi. I will be more than happy to chit-chat with you, provided I'm not already chit-chatting with someone else, because, you know, take turns. No interrupting, like I tell the kids. All right, I'm going to pull out a new, that's kind of a chisel tip. It's basically a flathead. It's got a slight angle to it, which sometimes does help to get into those little bit of crannies and stuff. Let's see here. Do we have information on it? We do. It is a 1/8 inch, 0.18, I think is what they're saying there. So this is Royal Langnickel. You can tell I don't pay attention to my brushes. Well, oh hi, Mr. Scraticus Academy. I was actually just about to talk about your channel. So because I'm going to Gen Con, last night I jumped into my buddy Tall Squall's stream that he did, and Scrat was there with him. And they had some fantastic tips about what you can do to prepare yourself for Gen Con. So do go and check that out, especially if it's your first time to go to Gen Con or a con in general. I will say that. And give it a look-see. Tal was extremely helpful with tips and tricks, and I think you will appreciate it. Now, he has this armor, going back to our Bulette. Going back to our Bulette, we are going to go to the Emil first. I can't. No, I really shouldn't. Oh, yeah, don't start without all the colors. That would be not good. So he has this armor, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take the dry brushing and pull it against the stacking of the plates. This is going to help bring out the individual details that you see here. So I'm working the brush up this way as opposed to pulling down. And again, that's really going to pop things out. So I'm going to start at the tail and just very lightly start going over, and you can see theoretically you'll start to see these details of the plates, especially the plate edges, because those are really cool. Put back, get a little bit more paint. Well, I'm glad you're well. That's good to see there. We store boss. You shared some pretty cool things in the Discord the other week. Keep it up. It's fun to see what people are doing. I have been asked about the whole crafting factor. I am going to be perfectly honest. I am taking the summer off from crafting, terrain and stuff, simply because between the appearances, doing the castle, going to Keystone at the end of August, going to Gen Con, and then also starting up a new game on Cobalt Press's channel, my time is super limited. So when I was looking at my schedule, I realized I need to focus in on what gives me the warm fuzzies when I do this. And honestly, my live streams with you guys are truly my favorite part of the channel here. So I thought, let's focus on keeping up the live streams, making time for those, because those I definitely enjoy, and I like touching base with you all weekly and sharing tips and tricks with you. So the terrain crafting, it will come back. It's not gone. It's just right now, kids are out of school. My schedule is nutty. Once that all gets regulated back to they're back in school, the terrain whoa. Okay, the cat just jumped on one of the vents. The terrain tutorials will come back. I'm just kind of giving myself a little vacation for summer. So if anyone is wondering why you're not seeing those, that is your answer. They're not, trust me, I'm not going to stop crafting. I enjoy it too much. What I don't enjoy is crafting under pressure. Like you have to get it out. You must do this. I'm changing my brush angle right now because he's got these great ridges going across the top. That's where, when it starts becoming more of a chore and a stressful element, no, it's not what I want to do. So I'm focusing on the fun stuff, which is painting minis, as you can tell. But fret not. Your muse is not dropping terrain. It's gonna be okay. What else? Oh, shoot. I was thinking about... Oh, that's right. I'm working on his face right now. Land shark! I mean, come on. Land shark, look at that face. So, Friday, I am doing... And it's something I want to try and start doing more often as well. Another thing with the channel is feature live streams. Friday features. So this coming Friday, what I'm going to do is feature Cometkin's... not live stream, Kickstarter that they're doing. They have created this... Oh, it's gorgeous. This deck of many things. I literally, like, I'm not speaking hyperbole here. Literally, when I opened up the box after getting it from my P.O. box, I gasped because these cards, they are stunning. And he approached me about doing a sponsored live stream so he can showcase his stuff while his Kickstarter is going. So Friday is going to be my first Friday feature, and that is going to be the Cometkin's I keep saying live stream, Kickstarter of their deck of many things cards. And I'm telling you, these cards are just, it's got this very tarot deck feel to it. It's already gotten some attention, which is fantastic, but I'm really excited to let everyone get a closer look at these things come Friday. So it's going to be at noon, like I normally do. So Friday at noon will be my first Friday feature. And then next week, there is going to be a pre-recorded one, which will be airing while I'm at Gen Con. So you can check that one out. What I really want to do is try and get it so that more and more people can kind of get a little bit, a little boost. So I'm probably going to limit it to twice a month doing these Friday features. But heads up, that's something I want to attempt to incorporate. And while I'm chatting, I really am focusing on these armor plates because they are so cool. Look at that detail. Amazing! All right, now while I've been chatting, you've been chatting. Let's see here. Real life calls. All right, well, Quinian, hopefully if you're still there, bye and thank you. Under sanded grout over white glue for the base. Yeah, you can do that. There's also other paint that I have, Mac Attack from Vallejo. It's textured paint, kind of a similar concept. I just slap that stuff on because you don't have to worry about painting it. Really all I'll do is I might go back and highlight over the texture, but it's very handy. Oh, well, that's cool, Jan. If you made an Omes Mini, a three-tailed one-eyed monster, would I paint it? I do commissions. I don't really make a big deal about them, but yeah, I mean, if you want to hire me on to paint a mini for you, just keep in mind, if you need it sooner rather than later, right now is nuts. So I can't promise a turnover of a few weeks. It'd probably be more like, give me a month to get it done situation. But I do commissions, which is a very long way of saying what I just said. Yeah, I mean, I did a couple minis for a fellow who was going to the castle. He had them created up on Hero Forge, sent them over my way, and I thoroughly enjoyed getting those painted up. One of them was a doppelganger with some really cool powers. So I got to play around for the powers and the spells and making them look cool and spelly. Is that a word? Is that a piece? I think that's a bit of armor there, right, too. Yep. Okay. So again, I'm getting all these plated bits. Is that one? That is one. This is why I like doing this. It helps me really lock into where other colors are going to go while I am fiddling with the shadow layer. He's got this really cool, it's almost like kind of like a turtle aspect. So he's got the armor on the top, he's got the belly done as well. And hello, Artcana, how are you? Are you doing anything as a presenter at Gen Con? No. Don't laugh. This is truly my first convention ever where I haven't been asked to do a panel or a workshop or a class or an appearance. And I'm a little bit excited for it because when I do that, I really don't get a chance to see people. And I feel badly because people are like, oh, I wanted to try and see you. I stopped by, your class was full, so on and so forth. So I've kind of purposely kept quiet about Gen Con because I wanted to be able to hang out with my friends and see people and wonder and not be worried about the clock because I have to be somewhere really soon. So no, I'm not doing anything at Gen Con outside of saying hello and handing out my new edition of the Crafting Muse dice, which cycle through in the promo thing. So that's me on Gen Con. I am wandering around. I am saying hi. Again, if you see me, stop me to say hello, provided I'm not chit-chatting with someone. I'm a hugger, but do ask first because I sometimes I can't put name to face. Definitely make sure you say, hi, it's fill in the blank with your name, please. Most often because I am trying to keep everything in order in my head, too. So it's not that I'm trying to snub you and be like, I don't know who you are. It's truly like I need a name put to the face. But yeah, I will be there. I will be thrilled to say hello to you and everything like that. So we shall see. I can't wait. It's kind of like with the way it's shaping up with the people who are going. It's like a family reunion. So that'll be good. And I'm rooming with some awesome ladies. So that in and of itself is going to be a fun experience. Honestly, I'm happy about that. I'm thrilled about that. So those are my Gen Con plans. Believe it or not, we're already really talking about mace stuff. So here it is with the Stonewall on the armor bits. And now I'm going to get to the hide using Khaki. But the details on this dude is just like, hi, hello, how are you? You're a very handsome boy. All right, so I'm going to get to the Khaki now. What was I saying? Mace. That's right. For those of you who are not aware, especially if you are into crafting and you follow the guild masters, that means me, Wylock, Black Magic Craft, DMG Info, as well as the DM's Craft. We're all going to be at Mace. It's going to be the full crew. We can't wait. We have plans. We are going to be doing some events. There's a meet and greet. There's going to be some crafting stuff. I'm going to be doing a paint class. Crippled God Foundry is sending along some of their minis to me. So it's going to be the Cleric from the Kickstarter, which is a really cool mini. I just found that out like half an hour ago. But if you want to try and get a chance to meet up with us, please do check it out. Charlotte, North Carolina. What is it? November, I want to say 8th through 10th. Go to justusproductions.com and you should get that information there. But yeah, that's another convention where it's I'm going to be pretty much on the whole time and wandering around saying hello to people, and we're planning and we're plotting and games are running and crap things are going. So yeah, look into that. Look into that one too. What else am I doing? PAX Unplugged. I will be there. And they have been asking me about doing a couple workshops. So there's definitely going to be a couple workshops I'm going to do. There's something I want to do with kiddos and parents. Because, you know, I'm all about getting the kiddos in. But yeah, that's kind of my convention thing. Oh, and then Keystone, I'm a panelist. That one's in Philly, end of August. Literally end of August. 23rd through 25th. So if you want to try and hunt me down, that sounds really wrong. Don't hunt me down, please. Please don't hunt me down. But if you want to check it out, that's where I'll be in conventions and stuff. And then obviously the games. God, this is nuts. So I'm taking the Khaki right now and I'm doing the same thing. I am pulling it up against the grain of the direction of the texture of the hide to lift it up a little bit and give me that depth. If I made and send you one, would you want for yourself? Oh, thank you. See, that's how like cluttered my brain is right now. Waster Warboss, that is a very sweet offer. Why don't you shoot me a message, a private message on one of my social media outlets? Facebook does not get them. It keeps screwing with my personal profile, so I've shut that option off on Facebook. But you can reach me on Instagram and Twitter that way, or email me at thecraftingmuse.email@gmail.com. No, I don't say that at the end of every video and start getting that ingrained in my head. But yeah, email me and I can send you the P.O. box if you'd like. That's something where I do have a P.O. box. I just don't advertise it type of situation. You know, just because. But that's very sweet of you. Thank you so much. And then let's see what else. Oh, my game for Cobalt Press. We had our first session on Sunday. Oh my God. I was such a nervous wreck for that. It's set in the Midgard world that Kobold has going, which I love. I actually got familiar with it after watching my buddy Dan's World Tree Burns game that was originally on Encounter Roleplay. Now it's been shifted over to Kobold Press as well on Twitch, and I believe YouTube, they have a thing going as well. So it was Sunday, and I was frantic is probably a good way to put it. My husband might have a different word to use, neurotic possibly, but I was definitely nervous about the game. I had been working with the players, and we have our own little Discord server where we chat and interact with one another, but we hadn't had a chance to all sit down and just be there, because unfortunately session 0 we had a couple of conflicts. So we got things started and a couple little hiccups in terms of tech glitches, but that's streaming. That happens. So we got going, and right away they got into the whole exploring their characters, characterization. I had the best time pulling out an NPC that I didn't think, like, I figured she'd be like kind of fun to play. They've locked onto her now, so I actually have to take this one NPC, and I have plans. I have plans for Mama Rihanna. She's this little old lady who was sitting in the back, and I wanted her there to just sing out this little quote that's actually in the Tales of the Old Margrave that connects into this concept that I'm doing for the campaign I'm doing. So I had her basically, here we'll do a closer up shot. So I had her basically doing this little sing-song voice, and the cleric locked onto her, and he went over to talk with her. The cleric, by the way, is a Gearforged. He's a pantheist priest, which means he worships more than one god, and you have to roll. It's a really cool concept. Again, that's in the is that Margrave or is that the Midgard Heroes book? I think it's Midgard Heroes book. So he came over and he started chatting with her, and the others started getting keyed into her as well. And I actually ended up doing something with her I hadn't planned. She became the little damsel in distress so they could get some combat in for the first session and fight some bulbous violets, which those are also another really cool thing that's in the Tales of the Old Margrave book. Let me tell you, my dining room looks like a Kobold Press library right now. It's hysterical. Okay, so yes, so that's what I was about to get to, Eleutheria. The NPC's name is Mama Rayana, and she's this drunken little old lady who talks like this and hiccups every so often. And she was fun to get into. I'm putting a little bit more khaki onto the claws. And I had it so she intentionally picked up on oddball things, and that's what she would repeat. So like our cleric, he got very doom and gloom about how everyone's end comes at some point, but good night. I hope you live to see another day. If you don't, hopefully you die in your sleep. So I had her lock onto this, hopefully you die in your sleep. And there's actually a clip of this. So as she's leaving the tavern, she turns around, she goes, "Good night, everybody. Hope you die in your sleep." And I broke my players. Oops. They all started cracking up, and I was just like, okay, so she's a thing now. So when I saw that, I'm like, okay, she's going to be the reason why they go out for these bulbous violets. And yeah, she's getting tweaked this week. Let's put it that way. I didn't expect that. There are actually other NPCs in there that they didn't even engage with simply because of how they were playing it out, which is totally fine. So yeah, that was a fun thing to go through with them, and we're back at it on Sunday. They're going to start getting their marching orders, so to speak. And what I'm doing is, because this is only a 16 episode stream, people are asking me which one I'm running from the Tales. What I am doing is I'm going in and I'm pulling out bits and encounters from each of the stories that you can find in Tales of the Old Margrave, so everyone sort of gets a sprinkling of what is in this book, because there's some really cool encounters, there's some really good campaigns that they have in there already pre-built and ready to go. But with only 16 episodes, I wanted to sort of feature what I could and have it tie into the campaign that I've developed in my head. So it's a blending of what they have in the book and what I have in the noggin. All right, so here's our boule. Boule, boule. Boule, boule. Boule, boule. And she's off. I'm also going to put some of the khaki into the mouth, because you've got this wonderful gaping maw. And away we go. So yes, the Kobold stream, I'm relieved. I'm happy. The players had a great time. Viewers had a great time. There are some elements people are asking about that will eventually get incorporated. Again, I'm kind of taking time with this because a lot of us, myself included, we're still learning the whole factor of Margrave and Midgard and everything like that. So basically, I'm treating it more like, okay, we're taking this a little bit of time. I will activate things as they get more experience and level up. I'm doing more milestone-based leveling. Again, because of it being only 16 episodes, I want to kind of give them a chance to explore and expand the PCs that they've developed using stuff from Kobold Press. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing. It's sort of a not Cliff Notes, but creature feature approach to just pulling out cool encounters I'm seeing in the Tales of the Old Margrave and adapting it to the campaign. So if you want to check it out, it's Sunday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Kobold Press on Twitch, and then VOD does go onto their YouTube channel, I believe. I'm pretty sure. Mostly confident. Okay, so now you can see all these fantastic details on him. Look at that. He's really got some cool stuff. I will always do the eyes last. Those are just going to be nice beady black eyes. And I'm just going to give him a minute to dry. I think I'm going to go over here one more time with the Stonewall, just to lift these panels up just a little bit more. And you'll see that I do that with the shadow layer. I'll go back over a few times. Oh, up there, you didn't spoil a thing. Yeah, not to worry. As far as I'm concerned, once it's out, I try and glaze over things, but you can go over and check it. I'm not going to say this, that, and the other thing But yeah, it's going to be fun. God, the players are amazing. They did something I wasn't expecting, which I'm one of those DMs where I'm like, just, yeah, improv it. Let's see where we go with this. So we had Jim from not WebMD. No, Jim from WebDM. I always do that. I have to laugh at myself when I do that. He's playing a ranger named Slain, and he's connected with Shreg, our kobold, and Zira, our little halfling. So at one point in the beginning, Slain and Zira wanted to go out and spar. And had no idea that's what they were going to do. But I really loved the concept of it because it showed how, and this is why, they showed how they are still very new and young classes because they're only level 1. So the sparring became something completely unplanned. I had them do different checks, like athletics, acrobatics, performance. And it was neat. I was quite pleased with how that played out. And it's something where, I'm kind of tucking that back into my, let's do a quick pickup game. Something I could add into a different one-shot or another campaign. So I love it when the players get into it and start creating little bits of their own. Yes, it is the campaign I'm writing, but it's not just my story, if that makes sense. Oh God, which is worse, stepping on a piece of Lego or one of these miniatures? Hot Wheels cars. That's my answer. Yes, everything being listed in the chat right now, like the D4 and whatnot, they hurt. Yeah, they hurt. D4s are basically caltrops. But I can honestly say that a Matchbox car placed upside down in the middle of the night on the floor while you're walking to check on your child who sounds like they're crying and you suddenly get a piece of metal shoved into your heel, that hurts. That really hurts. It surpasses a D4. Unless the D4 is metal. Then they're on equal playing. Not even kidding. Alright, this is doing more what I want to. So this is why I went back. You can see that much better now. So this is what I'll do. I'll go back over and enhance a little bit further. This is my thing. This is my style. It's what I do. But I'm very happy with adding a little bit more of the Stonewall gray layer by layer. Again, to bring out these awesome features. He's got some awesome features on him. And then, Monday night. What day is it? It's Wednesday, right? It's Wednesday. I'm telling you, this summer is flying. So Monday night we had a beautiful sit-down Q&A with the players and GM of Dunera. And the chat was awesome, asking us some really thought-provoking and insightful questions about our PCs and about the land of Dunera, and that was fun. That's something where it's like, I'm kind of thinking, I wonder if maybe I can talk with Will and we could do that as an ender bit for our campaign once we're done with the Tales of Old Margrave run. Because it was neat to hear where people were getting their inspiration and how they went about creating moments for their characters and everything like that. So, Scrat, if you're still in the chat, good idea. How's that? It was a good way to kind of still keep connected, still run something, but get a little different perspective going, which was, I appreciated it. I liked it a lot. Caution, dice hazard. Oh, Jonathan, you stepped on a rusty nail? Nope. I have been bit by a chipmunk. I'm not a druid at all. Nope. There was a chipmunk that was caught in a deer netting in my neighbor's house, and I went to try and free it, and rightfully so, it was scared and didn't know what was happening. It bit me. I was fine. Nothing happened. Nothing at all happened, actually. The doctor was amazed I didn't get anything. But I saved it. I was also like 17 at the time. Oh, God. Oh, Waster Warboss is talking about his monster in the chat. Very cool. I like it when people start getting into their own creations. It's fun. Alright, I'm liking that a lot more. Yes. Much better. So you can really see his armature. Ba, 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 da, da, da. Yeah, I was more in a guitar mood today. Didn't really want so much the deep house stuff. I don't know why. I have no idea. Alright, so I'm going to let dry just a little bit. And then I'm still debating how I want to do the base. What I want to do, what I'm going to do with the base is I'm actually just going to give it a layer first of Nuln oil. Were chipmunk feet, could you imagine? Yes, I am a were chipmunk, which means when I shift into chipmunk form, I shrink down to all of 7 inches. That would be a riot. You know, that's a good point. Maybe that explains why every house I've lived in, there are all these chippy monks. We have one that tries to get into our house. I'm not even kidding. He comes up onto the deck, and he'll come up to our screen door, and you see this wee little chipmunk face peering through the screen into our house. And there have been a few times where I've had to shoo him away because he wants to come and play, and it's like, no, not in the house. So this, what I'm doing, so I can see the details better, I'm just taking some Nuln oil from Citadel, and I'm using this to kind of fall into the grooves and everything. And then that way, when I go in to start painting it, I'll see what's what, so on and so forth. Da-da-da. God, where chipmunk? I guess that means I'm set for Christmas. Me, I want a hula hoop. Oh, I just did that to myself. Now I have the song in my head. That's not good. No, I did that to myself. So yeah, it's basically, now you can kind of see all these lovely little jagged bits of crags and soil and rocks coming out. And I'm going to make sure this dries pretty darn well. Because if I go in while there's still some of the shade drying, that won't be good. That means the paint's not going to adhere. And all that such. And all that none such. Do I crave candy roasted almonds, etc.? I mean, I won't say no to them. I won't say no to candied almonds. Ever. Oh, that's bad. That's so bad. Yes, I like candied almonds. I don't hoard things. It's not like I keep nuts buried. Well, I do keep nuts in the house. Oh, maybe something did happen. Maybe that chipmunk bite was more than just a little chipmunk bite. Dun, dun, dun. See, this is why I like our chats weekly. Who knows where we're going to go? So I'm a druid with a were chipmunk issue. Is that it? Am I still an elf? The general consensus seems to be that I am an elf. Every time people are like, oh, you're totally an elf. I'm like, okay, I'm an elf. I'm an elf. I'll steer into that one. Why not? I do have the Lord of the Rings costume for that chickie too, whose name I am blanking on. Dang it. Liv Taylor. What? Liv Tyler. What was her character's name? Oh! Were chipmunk hoard treasure, not food. I might be a were chipmunk. I'm just getting the last little bit here. Alright, so now this gives me a better sense of what things are and where they are. But like I said, this is going to dry pretty much overnight, quite frankly. I've been turned! Oh no! Maybe that's why I screech and squeak in excitement when I see people. That might be why, because I'm a were chipmunk. Arwen, thank you, Jonathan! Oh my god. Like, it's a name, it's a thing, and I should know. That fact is official. V's the were chipmunk. Oh, see? I just squeaked. Alright, let's close up Agrax because, not Agrax, Nuln oil, because I don't want that spilling. That would be bad. That would be very bad. I'm going to tuck you over here. Let's see here. How are you looking? You're looking dry. That's a good thing. It gets a little tricky in the summertime because of the humidity in my, you can actually hear the dehumidifier running right now. All right, so I'm going to go back in, and what I'm going to do is glazes. So I need my airbrush flow improver. Yep. Or you can get the extender stuff, which I ran out of. I need to get more of that. Whoops. Yes, Arwen, the Liv Tyler thing. I get that I look like her a lot. I also get Jennifer Connelly a lot. V-Monk. Hello, I am V-Monk. Chippy. Hey, Chippy. So I'm going to take out your favorite color based off of last week. Beasty brown. Don't do it. It's the weird chipmunk. Jeez, you're like throwing out all this stuff.
He's the weird chipmunk voice, I didn't know.
That's as close as I can get it right now without giving it too much thought. Oh, so what Bee do in her live stream today? She discovered she's a weird chipmunk. Oh, God. Oh, I like the idea of getting an acorn on a chain, but I hate the color gold. Don't. Seriously, for some reason, I have never liked gold jewelry. I'll definitely do like rose gold or silver, but not gold. Ah, what? Sandra Bullock. Never. You were the first. Really? Probably because I'm such a spaz. So what I just did is I took Beasty Brown and I put in my airbrush flow improver stuff, and I'm basically turning this into a glaze. And like I said, I had the thinner, but that I ran out of. Don't try these at home. Don't, Jonathan.
Intergalactic planet.
Yep. We're back to Beastie Boys again, folks. Oh, but not if I'm a were-chipmunk, right? I can't do silver. What do we do? All right, I am taking a larger brush over this area just to test it and see if I like how that's working. And the answer is yes. Yes, I do. All right, so while I just get this nooked around, I'm letting this glaze go in to the hide area. Beastie Brown is going on the hide. That sounds like a news article. Beastie Brown is going into the hide. Oh, Carrie, thank God I'm not alone. Or same, diamonds. I don't like diamonds. My engagement ring was not a diamond. Nope, Tahitian pearl. Diamonds are sparkly and nice and everything, but so are cubic zirconia. I'm not even kidding. I don't get the appeal of diamonds. They don't get me happy or excited. I love things like Mystic Fire Topaz, Tahitian pearls, freshwater pearls, opals. Those are the gemstones that I get all gaga over. It's thinned out. It's not watered down, Achille. I used, because I ran out of my usual thinner, I used my flow improver, which helps. And I am, yoink, falling slightly out of frame. This is basically just a soft bristle brush. It helps me kind of glide it over the top. So you can see, you still see the nooks and crannies and all that. You still see the highlighting coming through. That comes out more as the paint dries too. Diamonds are not forever. Down with diamonds. Boo! God. Carrie, yay, I'm not alone! Diamonds are for normies. Not this girl. Well, actually, I'm a woman, so not this woman's best friend. Pearls. Pearls are those are special to me. I love getting pearls. Absolutely. The more you know. See, one of my son's birthstones is emerald, and I don't have an emerald yet. I haven't found a setting or a piece of jewelry that really wowed me. So I am hoping to eventually find something. No, I take that back. I have like fake diamond. I have a fake emerald bracelet, but again, it's just Swarovski crystals. But it would be nice to get a real diamond something. Oh, Ravenwolf weighing in. But that's my birthstone. Yes. Oh, please. That would be fun. Oh, that would be fun. Fiance's the same. Her engagement ring was a handmade. Oh, Ravenwolf, that's gorgeous. Oh my god, melt my heart. I love that you did that. Ravenwolf made an engagement ring for the fiance, and like I'm like you can tell I'm like verklempt. It was made a leaf vine with a deep rose cut garnet. Oh my god, that sounds stunning. And we're back to the acorn. Necklace of acorn fireballs. You want to give me that power? I mean, I won't say no. That would be fun. Oh, I hear the wee one. We're running upstairs. Yeah, I'm liking how this is looking. I'm basically just going earth tones here with the grays, obviously. And if you're just joining us, it's a thinned out Beasty brown. Intergalactic planet. Nope. Not going there. Stop it. With Stonewall gray. Not Stonewall gray. Khaki underneath. Hi. Oh, this is why I love our chats. Who knows where we're going to end up? Suddenly we're talking about amethyst fireball acorns. Yes, I did know that actually. That I came across from my Victorian literature studies. Especially with the Gothic stuff. But yeah, acorn fireballs would have been perfect for me. Yeah. Yeah, I'm liking... I'm not thinking of a new magic item at all. Never. Never, ever. No. I shouldn't play poker. Alright, I think I got pretty much all of the hide zone on this side. Let me... Oh, disarm. Gotta get the front over here. Yes, I will happily accept an acorn amethyst pendant necklace for my chipmunk werewolf self. Where chipmunk self. Oh, God. I adore our conversations, people. I really do. The things you find out. The things you do. Oh, that's what... I wanted to grab a... Oh, well. Whoops. I meant to grab a cup of tea. Cup of tea. Cup. Off. If you know that movie, bonus points for you. Bonus points for you if you get that movie reference, because that's not one I don't think everyone would quite pick up on. I gotta get up in there. We used acorns as currency. Oh, that's an awesome... Oh, I love it. You used acorns for your currency when you played Forts and Castles as a kid. That was stinking adorable. Look at that. What a lovely memory. That's fantastic. Oh, we got a little bit right in here. But my thumb's covering. Good. Good. Let me show you what I'm painting, but have my thumb in the way. Alright. Oh, I like how he looking. Yeah, I'm very happy with this. I'm actually just kind of gliding it just a little bit across the top. That's actually why I stayed with this soft sable bristle top. Yes, you got it, my fair lady! That's like one of my... If I'm sick or if I'm like really just mentally exhausted and bummed out and not in a good spot, I will watch that movie and it cheers me up to no end. Oh God. Just you wait, and wait against just you wait. You'll be sorry, but your tears will be... She's gone. She's gone. Off and running! Bye-bye, V. Female druid with a necklace of fireballs changing to a chipmunk, and I'm elf! I think we've just established what I am. Oh, God. Yeah, it's a whole thing. It's like the same reason as to why you're supposed to eat fish during Lent. It was a whole Medici thing with the Vatican. And yet we still do it. Well, I don't do it, not anymore. Yeah, it's funny how certain things get popular and what the impetus was behind them. Oh, I love Eliza. I would adore... Oh, God, if I ever had... That's like a bucket list thing. I want to be Eliza once. Just once. I'd love to play her out. Eliza's dad's hysterical. With a bit of luck, you won't get hooked. Alright, here he is drying up with the Beasty brown. I was going to say the Beastie Boys. The Beasty brown on his hide. So I'm really liking that you get to see the texture and all that loveliness. And now what I'm going to do is jump over and take care of the panels. Yeah, that's... Oh, I'm so happy you picked up that movie reference. Not many do. I throw it out here and there too, and I wait to see if anyone picks up on it. It's like crickets. So I'm going to... You know what? I was going to do somber, but I'm not now. Somber is actually a very cool gray, and now that I'm seeing the Beasty on first, which I'm glad I did first, I'm going to go for a warmer gray. So I'm going to jump, cold gray, which I know seems weird, because the name cold gray, do you think cool? But it's a warmer gray. It has more of the brownish gray undertone to it. Looks like a cyborg badger. Hello, puzzle bending. Yeah, this is WizKids' new Wave 9 stuff that they sent me, and they're cool and they're fun, and oh my god. I did post a few photos on my Instagram, which is the Crafting Muse, but you have to put underscores. So start underscore the underscore crafting muse underscore muse underscore. That's how you can find me on Instagram. I think I have the link in the description too. I believe. Or just go to my website, thecraftingmuse.com, and you can find all my socials there. All right, so jumping over to cold gray. And I am thinning that out for sure.
Oh, for sure. Mr. J.
I have no idea why I just went into that one. Hey, I'm Harley.
That would be another fun one to play out for a whole session, is doing the Harley Quinn.
I love doing that voice. A little bit too much, too. Wait, they do? Amethyst acorn pendants exist. Bum, bum, bum. You have my attention. Really, they exist. Oh, that's awesome. Trying to assemble some GW terrain. I'm just saying trying because... Oh, no, Jonathan. Are you dealing with, like, warping or spurs and stuff like that at the connection points? Because that sometimes can be a... impediment. That's the word I'm looking for when assembling. Alright, let me switch back over to the same brush I used before. Metal jaw. Well, I mean, land shark. Essentially. We are live! Hello, Base Hunter! How are you? And hello, Dice Pencil and Paper. Oh, well, lovely! Thank you for joining us. So, yes, moving on to the cold gray that's been thinned out. Is that thinned out enough for me? Yes. And I'm just going to start applying it into the armor area. I think I'm going to pull top to bottom. I'm going to do the opposite direction here. And I'm going to make a point to really move this around. So it's actually going on nice and thin. It's just right now when you put the paint on wet, and you've seen this before, it mutes out what's underneath just because of the gloss of the wet paint. So I'm just going to put that on top now to kind of give it more. And then the plan is I'm going to have him washed in Agrax. Hi. Let's see. Whoa. This is the cheap side of Horde in London. Oh god, cheap side. Yeah. It's funny when I went back to no, I need this just a little bit more. When I went back to London right after the castle, walking along the streets and everything, it literally felt like being back home. I, to the core of my soul, miss that city. I honestly, next year, I'm hoping maybe I can plot out more time to get there. All right, yeah, I thin this out just a little bit more. So I'm happier with that consistency. But yeah, cheap side's amazing. I would go to Portobello, the market there, and I know it's like a tourist trap now, but when I was there, I'd go there and I would just meander, and I loved just looking at what people had at their booths and in their stores and in the stalls or all that jazz. And yeah, very special memories wandering the streets of London and finding magical little places. It's wonderful. Little escape pods. Oh, that's interesting. Are you in my Discord, Jonathan? Because that's something you could share and maybe we could help you out with assembly. It would be cool if they open and close, Jonathan. I agree. I just, honestly, I can't off the top of my head recall what you're speaking of. But if you join my Discord, you can then share the photos there, and maybe we can team effort it for you and kind of get you on your way so you're not struggling with it any further. That is frustrating when you get a new mini or whatever. Like this morning, the Hill Giant. I was so bummed when I saw that the primer was peeling off. And it's like, no, you're not supposed to be doing that. And it was peeling off in a way where I couldn't even try to work around it and kind of buff off what was coming up. It's like once it started going in one spot, it just kept rolling up. And I'm like, okay, no, this has to be full strip. Full strip, get it off, start over. It happens sometimes, unfortunately, but that's the deal. So this cold gray is now going on the underbelly of our little fellow. And again, I'm just doing this very light with the sable brush. It's very thinned out, so I'm doing a thin coat on top. So now I have the distinction of colors that I want. Thing is, I need to let him dry now. So he's pretty much there. Oh, I need to do the claws, but again, I need him to dry because I don't want to overhandle him right now. Hello, Killimore. How are you? Good to see you in the chat. How are ya?
Thanks for coming.
All right, so while he dries... The escape pods from the True Hawk. All right, well, that's something I definitely would have to look up then. Minis. Like, what am I going to do while this guy's drying? So, the mini that, like, caught my attention, because this sucker was at the very top. I know a few people are going to go nuts over this. If you have not seen this yet, remember, this is in the Wave 9 set that's coming out. Look at this. Look at this sucker! Like this just... Oh, this is the... Let me see if I can get it. Star Spawn of Cthulhu. Miniature. That's in the WizKids Wave 9. And... I love him. I love him so much. He is, Oh, well, that's a shame, Scrat. Well, glad you're here now. This was the first one I pulled out. This was like, I opened the box, took out the paper, and hello, handsome. He's in the lineup. I'm going to post, I'll post later tonight, actually. Yeah, right? Squee! Oh my god, like, I love him so much. So, I'm being a goof. I'm geeking out mini-wise. So he's in the lineup of, was it 4? I think it's 4 or 5 minis from this collection that I just went, can't breathe. Hello, Vincent, how are you? So he's in the lineup of what's going to get painted in August. And all my patrons get to vote. We do this once a month. They get to vote on which mini gets painted. If you're intrigued and you want me to paint Cthulhu, starts at $1. If you want to become a patron. So, up and away, my darling boy. There he goes. Bye-bye. I do remember you. Hopefully you're doing okay. The other thing, one of my people in the Discord wanted to see the Alchemist Goblins. They're adorbs. I am loving them. So they all have like these fun little things in hand. So these are the male ones, and one has this potion bottle. This other one has... you know, just fun little gears and stuff. I don't want to take them out of the package because they're so small and I have no plans to paint them quite yet. But here is the male Goblin Alchemist set. It's almost like ASMR. Forget it. I just tangent. So there you go with that guy. And this guy. They're very cool. They're also... You want... Oh, see, but that's the problem. I have to say a certain phrase to clip into that accent. Bass Hunter. Or Bass Hunter. Did we establish if it was the fish or if it was the musical tone? Well, Mr. Dolan, sir. Alright, so here we go. Here we have the female Goblin Alchemist. She's very cute. She's very, very cute. She has, there's 2 of them actually. So, they have earrings, which I think is really fun. And she's holding 2 potion bottles. And, you know, got a little bit of armor on there. I think that's it for her. The other one, she's got a really cool little skirt thing going on. And what else she got going? Yeah, something in the back, but I can't see. And again, I don't want to take them out of the packaging because they are small. And I have no intention to paint quite yet. Okay, so base. Thank you very much. That works. You play the... Oh, perfect. Now that's going to click for me. So these guys came in and I was just like, humming fun. Do you want to see more? Do you want to see more? Oh my dear. Where did I put them? Oh, you came along too. This was another one. You know how I am with feathers. Which is ironic because Nadi has a thing about feathers too. So I guess that was art imitating life, imitating art. Who knows? So this is our giant eagle. It's actually a really good size. Look at that wing. When I get minis like this, I just sit there and I'm like, I almost want to cry because I just want to get them all done. But I cannot because there's not enough time. And then there were the cannons and the catapults that they sent along. Those look fantastic. They are out of my reach though. Honestly, Wave 9 is pretty darn strong. I was super impressed with what came my way. Let's put it that way. Okay, so now we have... Yeah, he's much better. So now I'm going to go into his mouth. And what I'm going to do is first start with Terracotta. I really have found that Terracotta is great for inside gaping maws. If you want a good gaping maw, go Terracotta. So I'm going to start with that layer on. And what is up with that? Stand. What stand? The stand on the... Clarification. Are we talking about a mini? You mean the eagle? Base Hunter, if you clarify what with the what, because I have stands everywhere right now, literally for like microphone and computer screens and things like that. So if you tell me what stand you mean, I can then better answer you with that question. And we'll go from there. Eagles are overrated.
Yeah, but they have really nice feathers. I want to play with the feathers because, you know, the feathers are very cool. And you can bring out the texture and you can make them look like, you know, bald eagle or some other type. Are there other types of eagles?
She says. All right, so going back to his mouth, now that I can actually hold the sides of him, because again, he just wasn't sticking on the base and reasons. So I'm going to go in with Terracotta. Get the angle right. Yoink. And just do a very light coat on the tongue and on the roof of the mouth. For sure. Just like so. So you've got that going for him. But then there's also this little bit with the open mouth. The eagle stand. Okay. Oh, no, it's actually, have you seen the beholder stand before? It's basically like the beholder stand, but scaled down. So it's basically a clear piece of plastic so that it looks like it's floating. So it's actually more their standard flying creature base than anything else, Base Hunter. But in terms of you can rotate it, I'm not sure. I haven't taken it out of the package yet. All right, so what I want to do is I want to get this little detail through here also with Terracotta. So I'm taking that chisel tip style brush, or the angle brush. David, you want to call it? And I'm just lightly dabbing that onto the ridges inside, and then I'm just making sure to notch that terracotta into the side of the mouth so that carries through. Yeah, so that's what the stand is, Base Hunter. It's pretty standard quo. Status quo or standard. Let's combine the two together, shall we? Oh my lord.
Oh my Lanta.
Same thing on the other side. Same color, same technique. Oops, hold on. Got a little bit where I don't want it. That's an easy fix. I'm just going to go into my water, clean brush. There we go. And it's gone. So, I fixed. Look, I fixed. See if I can get a better... Trying to angle it so I can paint it, but you can see. Which is always the challenge. Every single time. Now, if I finish this guy today... Son of a gun. I think it's the angle. I think painting the base is going to be somewhat boring. So I'll paint the base up and just explain how I did it. Off camera, so to speak. And then... Oh, that did carry through a little bit on its own. Great. And then Let's see what mini I can paint next week. Probably something quick and easy. Quick and dirty. And go from there. Thank you, Jan. You're such a help. You're such a doll. Da-da. So that's the mouth. We're going to let that dry. Claws. Time for the claws and... oh, the pump. And that's going to be... what do I want? Not desert yellow. That's going to be too dark. I think we're going to do just straight up bone white. Why not? Especially since I'm doing the Agrax over it. It's going to give it a nice look. All right, Waster War Boss. Thank you so much for jumping in. Lots of fun to see you. Lots of fun chatting. Don't forget Monday. Next week is Monday instead of not Saturday, Wednesday. So I'll see you Monday, hopefully. Fingers crossed. We shall see. All right, going in a little bit of bone white. I'm also going to thin that one out. Oh, thank you, Vein Saint. Yeah, that was from... God, that was a mind warp. One of my students... Let me take a sip of water. Not sponsored. One of my students got married. And she was an excellent sweetheart of a girl. Hello, Brian. No problem. You're never late. You're just showing up when you can. That's really my opinion on things. So my student was getting married. She sent me the invitation, asked if I could come. She's actually stayed in my life, as has her brothers, because I taught them all, essentially. So, you know, can you come to our wedding? Yes, of course. She used to be our babysitter and everything like that. So, went to the wedding. Hubs and I got to get dressed up, got to go out. And I was a blubbering idiot come the father-daughter dance because, oh God, I might cry again. I'm watching this gorgeous woman dancing with her father. And I just see this adorable freshman. No, not a sophomore. She was a sophomore. I see this adorable little freshman, or sophomore, rather. Keep doing that. Sticking her head into my classroom. Early morning before classes even started. Asking if she could come in and just chat. So I'm watching her dance with her father. She's in this gorgeous, gorgeous wedding gown. She looks stunning. Beautiful woman. And I just keep seeing this sweet little girl. Oh, it was so emotional. Still is, obviously. So yeah, basically going back in now with bone white on his claws. Bring those out a little bit more. But yeah, I mean, I'll still hear from my kids every so often. And they laugh because I call them my kids. But when you're a teacher, you definitely connect with your students. So they're always going to be my kids. I don't care how old they are. They're always going to be my kids. However, there are some who have started calling me V, and that you can tell they're kind of like, what? You're not Mrs. You're not Mrs. Muse? We'll say that, even though it's not my real last name. So, yeah, it was special. It was a fun evening, and I'm so glad we got that photo. That actually resulted because this other family, they wanted their picture taken together, and I took the photo for them. And the husband goes, hey, what about you two? Don't you want a picture? And we're kind of like, oh yeah, we can do a picture together. And turns out Mr. Man who offered to take the picture knows how to take pictures. So I was quite excited about how that came out. So you can see how the claws are now with the bone white on them. So yeah, that was, oh, it's right, he does have feet. Getting ready to paint the claws here. And I'm like, this is not the claws. Those are just stumps. Yeah, I'm not gonna paint those until I know what I'm doing with the base. You know I'm all about that base, Hello, Janjir, how are you? Lovely to see you. Oh, I just went up a register. Sorry about that. Squeaky. Where chipmunk wear. What is it? I'm a wear chipmunk. I'm a wear monk. I'm a wear chip. Shoot. For those of you who missed it, we established that because I got bit by a chipmunk when I was in high school, that I am a were-chipmunk druid elf thing. Hello, Game Masters Vault. How are you? And, oh, Vincent, that's very sweet. A good teacher stays with you for life. Yeah, I still love hearing from my kids. Some of them are doing really cool things, too. It's just amazing. I'm really happy with how he's looking. Really, I just have his eyes left to do, which I'm actually going to do after the wash because I don't want those to get muted. I'm doing well. I'm doing quite well because this is a wonderful day with the chat and we're all having fun interacting and being goofy and my sharing stories. So this is dry. I'm going to go back in now with Scarlet Red to give it a little bit more oomph to it. Because, you know, I want it to look cool. Hello, Exacto! Oh my gosh, we're getting a whole bunch of people jumping in. So lovely. Thank you. Now with this, I'm not going to thin it. I'm actually just going to do a little bit of dry brushing. I don't want a lot of this, but I want to add this. Well, hey, Grimlock. How are you? Did someone share something I don't realize? I'm not complaining. Trust me, the more the merrier. So I'm going to go back in with Scarlet Red. Again, these are all Vallejo Game Line. Simply because they're right there. And take that Scarlet Red and take it into his mouth as a dry brush. Now I do need to dry this better because I want to dry brush it and I got this very, very wet. Stop rolling. Let's see. Game Master's Vault. Got to paint a giant banana warrior before next week. That is a very interesting... Why a banana? Okay, that was a good one, Vincent. I'm going to chip off the wear block. Yeah, it's very cool. It's the Bulette from WizKids Wave 9 that's coming out soon. I think you can pre-order, I believe. I think. Oh, saw the tweet. Oh, that's totally okay. No, come as you are, come when you can. All right, so the mouth. Just a touch of Scarlet Red. You'll see why. I'm actually going to use my knuckle first. Is that where I want it? Not quite.
I cut them myself. Just kidding.
Okay, there we go. So I'm going to take this. Yoink for angle. I'm going to put this onto the tongue area. Just to give the mouth a little bit more of a color boost. I'm just lightly adding that in. Oh, it's funny how the camera makes it look like a heck of a lot more than that actually is. But yeah, that's what I want to do for the tongue, but I'm leaving the upper roof of the mouth alone. So the tongue is really, it pops out just a wee bit more than before. That is one thing I'm doing. I'm kind of dressing like Cantriell on Friday at Gen Con. I have to. It's too much fun. I'm not getting a blonde wig because I have to pack that. I don't want to. Oh, okay. That makes sense, Game Master. Do I have any problems painting really detailed minis? A lot of it boils down to finding a brush that really works for you. I found that there's a particular brush that I keep encased and protected because I love how it works for fine details. And quite frankly, I make sure that I am in direct sunlight when I'm doing those because I find true natural sunlight helps me get those finer details a lot better. So I'll take my gear and I'll go upstairs into our living room of all places because we have these 3 skylights. It's fantastic. So I go in there and I'll paint my minis that have like the crazy details in there. And then that way I can get the eyes. I can get the fine strands of rope and whatever. So yes, thank you very much. Oh, thank you, Exacto. I do appreciate it. Here comes V-Monk Moon Druid Elf with necklace of acorn fireballs, where chipmunk. So that's my official title, folks. Jan has just figured that one out for us. Yay! How did we get here? I love it, but how did we get here? Okay, so let me see here. We've got the mouth, we've got the eyes. I think we're ready for Agrax, I want to say. Yeah, I think we're ready for the Agrax wash on this guy. A little bit more time to dry. V-Monk. V-Monk. Mind you, not monk, not like hua, but, you know. Hi, Dice Guy. You just jumped into insanity. Welcome. Alright, I want him to dry just a little bit more, because I know if I put the Agrax on, that's going to be no bueno. What else can I show you? I got all these cool... Hold on.
Just a moment. I'm gonna get something. Die in your sleep.
You have to watch the VOD to get that one. Here we go. Okay, this is another cool one. Yay! Oh, hold on. I have to sit on a lifted stool because I'm so short. If I sit on a normal chair, my head would be like here. Look at this one. This is another one that came with the set, and oh, no glare, no glare. I want people to see the details. You can see the wings have these awesome textures to it, which I'm just like, jewel. So yeah, that's another one that's in the wave 9. Who else can I reach? I'm gonna have to get up and grab some things, I think. I do want to do this wash before we call it a night. Call it a night? No, call it a day. I'm telling you, my brain is... What's funny is because I'm keeping in contact with people. I got a friend in Greece, friends in the UK, friends over at the Pacific side of things. I don't know what time zone I'm in anymore. I'm just like, I'm like a world traveler. And my stool rotates too, so this is fun. Oh, I'll show you these guys. Now I can reach them home. I gotta turn full way around and not sitting like I normally do. The cannons and stuff. Very cool. Very, very cool. Snake dragon dude. Alright, these are more fun things. Alright, Mr. Bulette, you're going to... Actually, I'll put you up here so you can drive in safety. Look at this! The catapult. This was actually... They did a really good job with this, because look at the wood details on it all. Oh, trust me. My heart and Cthulhu, this sounds so bad. I love that mini. Yeah, I know. Welcome to your... It's fun. I don't know who, what, where, why, and when. But this catapult is... They really did a great job. Like, there's just little details they've put in this. It's not like some of the toy catapults you can get and put to use because the scale's right. 4 people just joined the stream, saw the empty chair and heard V-Monk in the background. They ran away screaming. Too bad. It happens. But yeah, the catapult's really nice detail. So if you're looking for scatter stuff, especially for more war-driven type of deals, they also have these cannons. And they actually, these were painted up on Painting Happy Little Mini. Why am I not? Yeah, Painting Happy Little Minis. Game Trade Media magazine. Yeah. They are on their Painting Happy Little Minis yesterday. They painted these up. Or the day before. So these also are very nice. I like how what they've done is the detail is raised a little bit more. It's not as close to the other layers, so to speak. But this one is going to be, I'm taking my time with it because of the details they have on here. Oh, that giant one, Grimlock. Oh, excuse me. If that ever came into my possession, my life would be complete in the mini world. But this particular large cannon, it has this gorgeous etching and look at the engravings. Oh, I know. It's massive. It's like, it looks like a toddler. It's so big. This is a, God, I'll have to see if I can find it and tweet about it. There is there's a Cthulhu miniature that is massive. Absolutely massive. So this is the weapon cannon stuff that I think they did a really great job on the design. Let me put those back down there. Let me just check Francois. Let us check Francois, see if he is dry enough for his whoosh. And we will give him his whoosh. Yeah, I'm happy with this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the Agrax out. Get that on him, and then we'll call it a day.
And that actually works out quite well because, you know, it's almost 1:30, so yay!
How giant can a mini be before it's no longer mini? Discuss. Well, our family campaign, actually, we are on a ship. So I know Hubin would be quite thrilled to have those go. Alright, so we're done with Nuln. You're Agrax. No, you're Reichland. Where's my Agrax? Uh-oh. I had it somewhere. Oh, there you are, nesting between other things. Alright, so Agrax Earthshade.
One of my favorite shades.
From Citadel. Their washes are fantastic. Yeah, God, if I do get those painted up, I need to put them into my island and ship playlist that I have on the channel of things that I've made for if you should be doing any shipping stuff. Alright, I'm gonna go back to this brush. Just going back to that soft sable tip brush again. Wait, what did Vincent do? Oh, yeah. Okay, so the Agrax is going on, and I'm doing Agrax and not Nuln because he's just come out of the earth and I wanted to have more of a dirt look to him than anything else. And away we go. Yes. I love it when things do what you expect them to do, instead of surprising you and not doing what you wanted them to do. They are shady. I agree with you, Dice Guy. Shady. But yeah, so you're getting a bonus live stream from me on Friday. For those of you who are just joining us, I'm starting to do this Feature Friday thing, where I want to highlight people in our community. So this coming week, or this Friday rather, we have Comickins and their Kickstarter for their deck of many things. Oh, God. I can't wait to show you this stuff because I'm drooling over it. I'm seriously like, I don't even think I'd want to ever use it in game. I'd want to protect it like my precious mode. That's how beautiful these are. So please join me Friday at noon and I'll give you all the details. I'll show you these cards personally. Ooh, that's out of frame. And we'll go from there on Friday. And then next week I'll have a pre-recorded video, basically. Not a live stream. It'll actually look like this because I'm going to use this setup. So it'll look like this, but it's just going to be my unboxing. This really cool health and healing theme box from Silverbeam Creations. So that's something I'm doing with her as just a quick little feature video. Yeah. Help each other up. That's the way it works. You know? What did I do now? Oh, I see what you mean. Like, what did I do now, Vincent? Why are you yelling at me? Minis can be as big as they want. This is true. Provided they have a set scale that we can work with. How's that? Let me get into the mouth now. Oh, huzzah. Huzzah, darling. What I'm doing is kind of holding by the tip of a claw and the base of what would have been a foot. Just to get into every little bit here. And I'm going to let him dry standing on his all fours. You know what? Minis can be whatever they want to be as long as I have them. I do not have a mini problem. Not at all. Just going to brush it this way a little bit to kind of encourage it to go into the nooks. All right. All right, my darling. Oh, my darling. Oh, my darling. Oh, my darling Bulette. Carefully, carefully, carefully. Let me reposition him so you can see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and the eyes are going to get just a couple dots of black and then I'll gloss them over with a seal gloss. Glossy seal, whatever. I'm really trying not to handle this too much. This is going to dry and I'll get that. Is this even handled? I'm going to get the base addressed so you can see how the wash has really helped me see the nooks and divots and what's going on here. So I'll get this guy painted up too. And I mean, I could do it for the next stream. Do you want me to do the base for the next stream? So we have a cohesive unit, or do you want me to do it? No, I don't have the owlbear cubs yet. No. They're still on my wish list from Dark Sword. Do you want me to paint this next week or a thing? I could do a unicorn. Oh, I could do the unicorn. Unicorn or base. Those are your options. Oh, God. If it fits in your game, you're good. I think it's true. You're not wrong. I want to do the unicorn now. You got yours? Oh, fantastic. That's cool, Vincent. So he needs to dry. This still needs to dry. I'm seeing wet spots, so I can't even consider painting this one. That's definitely a dry overnight. Oh, did I show you the cover art? I don't think I did. See, cover art here, which is kind of where I was going. How'd we do? I think we did. We did. We done did. Near. Oh, what'd they do for the eyes? Did they do red? Oh, that could be fun. Oh, I'm going to do red for the eyes instead. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll put some red dots on his eyes. I think I might try the unicorn next week. What do you think? That could be fun. So next week, we're going to meet Monday because I'm leaving on Wednesday for Gen Con. And again, if you see me, please say hello. Please introduce yourself. I will have my D6 with me as long as they last. I'm bringing a chunk with me. So I'll have those to give out to lovely people. And yeah, that is it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. As always, love our conversations together, love showing you the fun stuff that gets sent my way, and I hope you have a fantastic week and weekend. Be ready next week for some spastic posts and sharing of photos and everything like that while I'm at Gen Con. I might fill around with trying to go live on Facebook maybe Instagram. I think I might try Instagram instead. And then yes, Mace's in November, Brian. I'm at the point where I need to get through each individual convention at this point. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. So thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful time, and I'll see you on Monday. Bye-bye.